Oh, good morning, beloveds. My hair's still damp. So, yeah. Okay. Let's do the housekeeping. Housekeeping is just me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email info@creativelife.org. I don't know what I'm talking about this morning, apparently. So, it's one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month. Hot links are hot. Click here now means it. And it is a blind CC. Nobody's going to see your email. You won't end up on anybody else's email because of us. All right, there's that. And then the social media. We don't monetize the social media because we do not want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So we ask you instead, go like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you're on, and then engage with the individual post by reacting, commenting, and sharing. It bumps us in the algorithm so more people see our stuff. So a free and easy way that you can support the center is by engaging with our stuff and getting it in front of more people. So we are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark, and I am the running Rev Ryan across all of the social medias that I am on. So there is that. Okay, so we are doing the hidden power of the Bible. And we did, 2 days ago, we read The Fall. And yesterday we talked about what Ernest meant by the fall, because that is what we are doing. We are doing the hidden power of the Bible, where Ernest went in and I will grant you, he cherry picked, okay? So he just picked out the Bible passages that were the most meaningful to him, that he thought had wisdom for us today, okay? This book would be a whole lot bigger if he did the whole Bible. And we are currently doing the Hebrew Testament. Yes, I know what he calls it, and no, I'm not going to call it that because Reverend Norm will have my head. And Reverend Norm can't have my head. Besides, I don't want to disturb him. He's somewhere raising all kinds of heck, knowing Reverend Norm. So today, we are going to talk about what Ernest believes the mission of the Bible is. And then going forward, he's going to read us a whole lot of just straight from the Bible. And he's going to tell you where they come from. So I may take a couple of days and do that, and then we'll go on with what we just read. So here we go. Okay, but today, this is what Ernest believes the mission of the Bible is. The mission of the Bible is to teach the lesson of life, of individuality, and the relationship of the individual to the universe. Or to the universal, I should say. This it does by showing that God is the unit back of, in, and through all things. A God who is perfect, but a God who works through law. And remember, perfect means whole. It means everything's included. It does not mean flawless, but it means whole. Everything is included. So anytime you hear the word perfect, just know the messiness gets to be included too. Okay? The law must be perfect, but it must also be entirely impersonal. God, being the essence of goodness, can never be or do evil, but humanity, being finite or undeveloped, I might say underdeveloped because we've been working on it, but does both good and evil. And through experience learns the lessons that good alone is the ultimate and absolute. The law responds to all thought, be it what we call good or evil, for it is and must ever remain a neutral and impersonal force. It then is a doer, not a knower. This is true of all of the laws of nature. Humanity brings upon itself dire calamity through a misuse of the law, which is the result of ignorance. The law doesn't judge, because the law can't judge. The law can only do what is in its nature, which is to respond. So if you ask for something that isn't good for you, the law isn't going to look at you and go, are you sure about that, sweetheart? Is this really what you want? Do you know what you're asking? The law's not going to do that. The law's simply going to answer you. The Bible sets before us two grand principles of being. The law, which is impersonal, and the Spirit, which is personal. When we obey the Spirit, we can only do or think good, and good alone can follow. When we wander away and do evil, the law, which is neither good nor evil, but is simply law, must bring upon us the logical results of our thoughts and acts. The Bible posits the creative power of thought in humanity as a necessary complement of the Spirit, in whose spiritual and mental likeness we are made. In 1,000 ways, the Bible points to the proper and the improper way to contact life. Okay, so notice how he's saying it points to the, it says here, if you do it this way, this is what's going to happen. If you do this, this is what's going to happen. The problem is that it's the finger pointing to the moon. Rather than looking at the moon, we're busy looking at the finger, which is not getting us anywhere. Okay. In parable, in simile, in metaphor, and story, it points the true way to liberty and freedom. Humanity is made in the likeness of God. Our thought and act is creative. We must reap what we sow. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. I mean, how many times do they tell cause and effect stories here? The Bible starts with Adam as a type of person and ends with Christ as another type. Two possibilities latent in all people. So Adam is material, Christ is spiritual. And that's one of the things, it's like I say, we come pre-installed with the Christ software. Like every living being comes pre-installed with that Christ software. And the good news is it's easy to access. The only password you need is love. Love will access the Christ software that we come pre-installed with. And yet, frequently we choose Adam. In Adam we die, and in Christ we live. Adam and Christ are not two people, but merely representations of the dual possibility potential in all. Let us consider what would happen should all people gain a knowledge of the impersonal law without first having a clear insight into the pure essence of goodness, which is spirit. We would have a conflict of will and purpose, which could only result in disaster. A confusion which must result in chaos. And this brings us to the story of the flood. The story of the deluge was written to point to the fact that unless humanity be governed by the spirit of goodness, its acts become more dangerous as its knowledge expands. And honestly, we are dealing with that right now as we are watching AI take over everything. We thought it was going to be robots, and AI. So, because AI is the use of AI is expanding faster than we know how to manage it. We are right here, right now, doing it. So, yep. So, let's hope we don't get to the point of a flood, but it may be coming. What would happen to the world should each individual come into a complete understanding of the mental law without understanding the spirit back of the law? The inevitable result would be the deluge. The very psychic forces set in motion by the power of the thought of the world would destroy it. In this way, we are warned against any infringement of the spirit of the law. The story of the Tower of Babel points to the same lesson, the impossibility of working apart from the divine mind. Always confusion results from such an attempt. While there are many other interesting lessons to be found between the story of creation and the announcement of the law as given by Moses, both time and space forbid their introduction in a book such as this. We should try to remember that the mystery of the Bible is no longer necessary. It is a constant repetition of itself, and in this age needs only to be read to clearly see the way to the life and truth. So let us now turn to the teachings of Moses, the great lawgiver. Okay, at which point he is going to read to you from Deuteronomy. Yep, he's going to read a bunch of Deuteronomy. And then he's going to move on into from the teachings of the Moses lawgiver. So we'll see tomorrow if I do all of the Deuteronomy readings or just some of them. I don't know. I guess it'll depend on time. But right now, I need to go eat something so that I can get on to the center. So I'm going to now encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, hey, take care of yourself day. Let's get prepared for next week day, a drink plenty of water day, a be aware of the heat day, a hope you got some sleep day, and if you didn't take a nap day. They didn't do the fireworks past midnight, thank goodness. So that was nice. I just distracted myself day. A make sure you make time to sit down and rest day. A go be with your community day. And eat something that tastes good day. A do what you gotta do day. A know who you are day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough. Just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, an absolutely beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time at your own pace. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. And, as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all. Because all the divine knows is good. That's the good news. All right, beloveds. Reverend David will be on this afternoon. I'll be back with you in that 9:15 space tomorrow for Deuteronomy. But first, we will have an amazing service for you. So you can either scroll up one video if you're watching this after 11, or if it's before that, come join us if you're in the area. Come sit in the seat. It's community hour after service, so we stand around and talk to each other and bring snacks. All right, beloved, take care of yourself. Know that you are loved.